Hey guys, so welcome back. In this video, we'll be trying to solve the 20th Leetcode problem, that is valid parentheses. So basically, you'll be given a string containing the different brackets that are there, that is the round brackets, curly brackets, and the square brackets. So you're supposed to check if it's valid or not. So it is valid if the open brackets are closed as well by the same type of brackets, and they should be in the correct order. So this is right, even this is right, but this is wrong because the other pair of this round bracket is not to be seen, and similarly the other pair of the square bracket is not to be seen, so it's wrong. Now this is wrong because what to say, yeah, it is not in the correct order, right? Because the other pair of the round bracket comes after the square bracket, and similarly for the square bracket as well. But this is correct. Why is that? Because the square brackets form a pair as usual, and even the curly brackets form a pair, right? So yeah, so now how can we solve this? Let's hop onto the whiteboard. So let's take this same thing as our example. All right, so we'll be having this case. So let me erase this. Okay, so the first thing is we'll be having a dictionary, like the open brackets and the closed brackets of the different brackets. Okay, so the first thing we have to, and we'll also be having a variable called answer, which will be a list, or now in this case it will behave as a stack. All right, okay. So the first thing is we have to check, we'll run a for loop going through each element of the list. So our list, our string, okay, so our string again is something like this. So the first element is this open round bracket. So it will check if this open round bracket is a pair, is in the values of the dictionary or not. As you can see, it is in the values of the dictionary. So it will append this to answer. So now answer will be looking something like this. Okay. Now the for loop will again run. So now it will go to this open square bracket. It will check if it's in the values of the dictionary or not. It is in the values, right? So again it will update the list. It will look something like this. Now the open bracket, then the open square brackets. Okay, now what will happen? Now when it will run again, it will come to this close bracket. So it will check if the close brackets are in the values or not. But no, it is in the keys, right? It is in the key but not in the value. So the first thing is it will check if the answer is empty or not. So now this is not empty, right? Okay, now if it's not empty, it will also check if the corresponding value to the key is the last element in answer. So what will it check? So now we have this, right? We have this close bracket. It will check if the value of this, so the value of the close bracket is this open bracket. So this is the this is the value, this is the value of the key, right? So it will check if the value is equal to the last element of answer or not. But you know that the open square bracket is not equal to the open round brackets, right? So at that moment the for loop will break and it will output false. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. So now that's how you solve this. So now let's say, for example, let me erase all this. Okay, so now let's say instead of all that, you just had this, right? The for loop will again be executed. It will check if this is in the values or not. It is in the value, so it will append that to answer. So now answer will be something like this. Now when it will come to the next element, it will check if it is in the values. It is not in the values because it is a key, right? It is a key. So it will check if the value of that particular key is the last element in answers or not. It is, right? Like this is the last element of answers. So it will pop the element. So it will remove the element from the list. So now the list is empty. So at the end of the loop, if we find out that the list is empty, we can return true as our answer, which is basically our answer. Okay, so yeah, that's how you solve this problem. And now let's code this whole thing up. Okay, so the first thing is we'll be having an answer which will be an empty list, and we'll be having a hash map or a dictionary which will be, let me set this up real quick. So we'll be having open, then we'll be having a close, then an open, then okay, so now that's basically it. So for I in range length of s, okay, if si in hash map dot values, then what can we do? We can just do answer dot append si, right? Now elif hash map, like we want some element in our hash map, and hash map of s of I is equal to answer's last element. Then what can we do? Then we can do answer dot hop. So we'll pop the last element. Now else we can return false. So now why is that? Because in case the string is beginning with this, for example, we can return false, like because there is no starting bracket for this, right? Similarly, if it's beginning with this or even with this, we can return false as the answer. So now that is basically it. So I can say if answer is empty, I can return return true, else return false. Whoops. Oh no. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's run the code. Oh, it should be double equal to, my bad. Let's try again. Oh, it should not be colon, actually it should just be -1, because we don't want to get all the elements, right? We just want the last element. And there you go, it worked. Let me submit this. List index out of range. Okay, so the thing is here we have to check if the list is empty or not the hash map, because the hash map like is never empty, right? So yeah, that's one silly mistake. Anyways, let's see if it works now. It should be working. And there you go, it worked. Oh, it's too slow. Let's try again. Okay, like now it's a bit faster. So that's how you solve this problem. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any doubts, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.